What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my day 2 Mosconi Cup summary. It's highly unofficial and I'm doing this late at night. So one of you guys said that I sound a little bit tired. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Right now it's 8 a.m. and I've been up all night. Anyway, the first day of the match is the fans' choice. Unsurprisingly, it's Jason Shaw versus the legend Earl Strickland. You know, on paper, obviously this is a total mismatch. Jason Shaw, he's on the top of his game. Earl Strickland, living legend, 61 years old, you know, never played in front of an audience like this. Jason has. However, Earl Strickland came out firing, drew first blood, took the first rack quickly, took the second rack as well, playing really well. You could see on Jason's face that not only is he struggling at the table, but he could see that Earl is on fire. And bada bing bada boom, what do you know, Earl Strickland broke and ran the third rack, making it 3-0. Jason was not really struggling. However, something happened in Earl's game. It's like a switch. Suddenly he started to struggle a little bit. You could see on his face that he was feeling the pressure. However, he was really calm, composed, and you know, not really the old Earl Strickland which we know and love. But you could see he was struggling a little bit, and also really unlucky here, and shifted the momentum back to Jason Shaw. This was really the lifeline that Jason needed. Again, he was really struggling, felt, or I don't know how he felt, but he looked uncomfortable at the table. He got a little bit of an unfortunate scratch himself, but even though Earl here played really well the entire rack, you know, the table, I wouldn't say got to him, but these tight pockets, normally you wouldn't overcut this as bad. And although there was a couple of shots back and forth and he had a second chance, a really thin cut, scratched, and again bringing the momentum right back to Jason Shaw. It's just what he needed. He was really struggling in this match, and for me he was struggling yesterday as well. Locked up Earl pretty good here, and again, a stroke of bad luck. However, Earl took it really well. He didn't, you know, blow a gasket or anything. He just realized that, you know, he's really unlucky here a couple of times, and nothing you can do about that. I feel sorry for him though. He was playing really well up until, you know, the fourth rack. Again, here trying to kick and make the ball so close, and Jason Shaw, he could, in my opinion, I feel that he can count himself very lucky to win this match eventually. And I'm not too sure about the antics that he's showing, a little bit of shenanigans, but to me, not so good. Anyway, next up, a really great matchup. Mr. Joshua Filler against Shane Van Boening, a highly anticipated match. Both of them great shot makers. Joshua perhaps one of the very best ever as a shot maker. This shot here in the first rack proves it, basically securing him that rack. However, Mr. Van Boening replied quickly, and even though he had a couple of tough shots in the second rack, he broke and ran that one. In the third rack, he almost made a couple of balls, 9-ball being one of them, and he left Joshua with this pretty tasting scenario. And Joshua, he made the carom, got really fortunate not to scratch. And you can see here Jason, I don't know, he seems a little bit, you know, too interested in firing up the crowd and whatnot. I know it's the Mosconi Cup, but yeah, maybe take it down a notch or two. Anyway, in the fourth rack, Joshua got hooked really bad, and Shane took that away. So quickly the score was 2-2, and here Shane missing a really thin cut, gifting the rack to Joshua, and Joshua, you know, it's almost Christmas, he's gifting one back by this rather poor shot. Anyway, quickly 3-3. Here Shane trying to play a jump safety didn't work out, and Joshua navigated through this rack like a hot knife in butter, and going up to the hill first. And here in this shot we can see what I mean by being a great shot maker. At this equipment, this cloth, this pressure, he makes this shot look really easy. Look at this cue power. Anyway, these guys have played each other like 14-15 times, and I think the stat is heavily in favor of Joshua. I think he's only lost once to Shane Van Boening. Not much rest for Mr. Filler. He brought out Albin from the back room and joined up with Oscar Dominguez and Tyler Steyer for the doubles match. Tyler has been playing really well throughout the whole tournament. We're 1.5 days into it now, and Tyler perhaps so far is a strong candidate for the MVP title. Also Oscar Dominguez, I will say, he's played super well, and here we can see, you know, full of confidence, banking that 6 ball in the first rack, making it look easy, securing the American team the first rack. Here we can see a super awesome jump shot with awkward maneuvering, but he got position in the second rack. Unfortunately for the American team, after a little back and forth, this point went to the European team after, you know, a little bit of battling, and eventually this 6-9 combination. And here we'll see a rare miss from somebody that should take the nickname from Mika Immonen. This guy is definitely the Iceman. He's normally very cool, but of course this equipment again. But it's funny though, you can rattle the object ball, but the cue ball never rattles, even on this 4.5 inch. Not too much to report on the 5th rack. The Americans took it, and same in the 6th rack. You know, there's not much to show. Pretty basic for these guys. It's 3-all. Here we can see that Tyler tried to play safety actually, but the combination was actually almost dead straight, so he should have seen that. So that put his partner Oscar in a little bit of a pickle, and eventually a little bit later in that rack the Americans took the point, and here we can see, well, I can reveal it's the last rack of this match. You can see Joshua playing a fantastic safety shot, securing the American team, securing the European team the win, and now the team match is 4-3 to the European team. As we can see today, all the scores has ended 5-3 so far. Next up was the current world best player, Francisco Ruiz from Spain. His nickname is Ferrari. I'm not quite sure why Ferrari. They're made in the neighboring country, Italy. But anyway, here he plays a deliberate foul in the first rack because basically he was in jail. He had to do that, and eventually turned out to be a good decision. After that great attempt from Skyler to bank it, he left the shot on, giving the first rack to Mr. Ferrari. I lost the broadcast. That happened quite a lot during this recording, so I'm sorry about that, but the score now is 2-0 to Ruiz, and then Skyler, he kind of shifted the momentum by fluking in that 6th ball. And as we can see a little bit here, he got a really spring in his step, and even though he's playing the current best player in the world, you can see here the pressure got to him. The crowd was really loud by now, and he's got to feel the pressure, almost making that jump shot that would have gone on any normal, you know, pockets. It didn't, and after 40-minute outage of the broadcast, we came back. The score was 4-2, and Mr. Woodward made it 5-2, basically locking up the match. Now it's a 4-4 match. After two days, the Americans won the first day 3-1, the European won the second day 3-1, and yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to be much tighter than many of the Europeans at least predicted. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you feel like I'm doing a pretty decent job. I normally do like reviews of cues and cases and equipment, and if you like that stuff, hit that subscribe button. Thank you.